Good afternoon, one and all present here. Respected and beloved Dean School of Postgraduate Studies, TNIU Coimbatore, and respected Director, Directorate of Natural Resource Management, the external examiner, Dr.G.C. SATISHA, Principal Scientist from Division of Natural Resources, ICAR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore, faculty members, student friends, and the staff and faculty, and also the students who are online. So I welcome one and all present here in this session for the guest lecture to be delivered by our external examiner for today's Viva hosting of Ms. Yalini on fruits and vegetable crops for nutritional security. As our director was away from headquarters, so I feel privileged to introduce our examiner for the information of the Dean School of Postgraduate Studies and the audience once again. He is right now Principal Scientist in the Division of Natural Resources, ICAR IIHR Bangalore, and he has graduated from US Bangalore from the Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry. Both UG and Masters he occurred from the US Bangalore. Then for PhD, he is our alumnus. He received his PhD in 1999-2000 from TNAU upon deputation. Then later he joined in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And then he moved to ICAR from 2005 onwards. And he has got very good expertise in plantation crops, spices, and right now in the fruits and vegetables, that is horticulture crops. And he is known for his development of some highlighting technologies like evolving the crop and soil specific micronutrients for horticulture crops especially. And he has the privilege of having handled more than 2 crore worth of externally funded projects and evolved many technologies through them. And he has published a number of articles and the seminar papers for the scientific community. So with this background, I introduce once again and I welcome one and all for this session. Now I request Dr. N. Sendil, Dean School of Postgraduate Studies, to offer his special address. Sir, please.
So I'm really happy today that the Department of Soil Science, are you getting my voice?
Yes, you are audible, please.
Okay, thank you. So Dr. Santi, the Professor and Head, Department of Soil Science, and the coordinator, Tyageswari, and the most respected today's speaker, SATISHA from Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore. Really, I'm happy that today we have the eminent speaker for talking about the fruits and vegetables nutritional security. As Tamil Nadu Agriculture University is regularly organizing these guest lectures, we are really happy, sir. You are accepted our invitation and ready to deliver the talk with the faculties and the students of soil science and agriculture chemistry, because your experience really it's a great wealth for us, and really your work on the fruits and vegetables for a long period of time, because nowadays many of the both organic and inorganic group, many people are talking about how much nutrient which we are getting, how the nutrients are being accumulated, and how much the safety of the fruits and vegetables when you been fed with the different kind of nutrients in the soil, and the fruits and vegetables when you grow on different kind of soil types or sometimes the problematic soils. So those things definitely have big role. The soil scientist going to play on the big role on that. So I think your today's talk definitely will throw light on that, how the nutritional security is being achieved with the help of better nutrient on the soil and also crop nutrient management. We are really eager to wait. We are eagerly waiting for your lecture, sir. Definitely your experience on this area will help our students to learn on how this kind of nutritional mobility from soil to plant and to the finally accumulating in the fruits or vegetables. So with this, I really thank our external examiner and readily agreed to give a lecture today to our students and the faculty members. And also I welcome all the online participants who are watching your lecture. And also we archive your video for the people who are not able to attend today's session because of some other busy schedule. So really, I'm happy, sir. I welcome you for this wonderful afternoon. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you for the Department of Soil Science and Agricultural Chemistry and the Natural Resource Management Director for arranging this wonderful lecture. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your special address. Now I invite Dr.G.C. SATISHA to deliver the guest lecture. Dr. SATISHA, please.
Respected Dean PGS and respected Director, Natural Resource Management, and heads of the divisions and faculty members of other divisions and heads of the division of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, and esteemed faculty members and colleagues for our Soil Science division. As I'm very proud that being an alumnus of this institute and this division, we've been worked for a long time, and I'm happy to be here. And my friends, dear friends, I'm happy to present here on these aspects. And I've been working in different areas the last 30 years. I've been given service from Northeast to different parts of the country. And finally, I arrived at the state of Karnataka. I've been working in Indian Institute of Horticulture Research last 10 years. I think probably our stall was in Indian Institute of Horticulture. They have done a lot of work, especially on the micronutrient formulations, developing micronutrient formulation, crop specific, soil specific, and now I think probably another area where we can go for flower crops. This is where, because today our what you call mainly total outlay of our country's income is on flowers. So that is, I think, we are now concentrating. Besides that, smart delivery systems also we are taking. Now we'll come to today's topic that just I would like to share some of the views and work done in our Indian Institute of Horticulture Research. I would like to go through one by one, and thank you very much for giving an opportunity to present in this occasion. And today, like horticulture gain a momentum because there is a misconception that can you see this slides? Yeah. We know that because today's scenario, it is totally different, that food system is totally because what happened, we have a food system we have been practicing for several years, and but we are not aware that what our food, what is that dietary elements what we taken up. This is where we lack in that, but probably I think probably after recent decade the prominence has increased. So because we mainly even in agriculture system, if you see last 3-4 decades, we are mainly focusing on our the main food grains, like food components is rice, wheat, and maize only. Even today, the maize requirement, the demand, India cannot suffice the requirement for Indian system. But still, we take a lot of momentum on maize, especially. You take any state, like maize has been a major crop in most of this thing because of poultry birds or anything, either feed or in the way. But where we lack, because we have forgotten our population, because today probably 2025 we may reach around 8 billion population. 8 billion probably the nutrient density has come down drastically. This is where our focus is rather broaderly. We talk about the more diverse and the healthier food like fruits, nuts, and vegetables. This is where we talk about in future, like. And other aspects, like you see, the because today if you take a FAO, and especially post-COVID, FAO is already declared the causes in most of the developing countries is mainly either through water source or through a nutrient, especially the micronutrient source, like either zinc deficiency or an iron deficiency. Zinc and malnutrition has been declared by FAO almost now. I think probably after post since 2019 onwards, it's been declared India and China has been under malnutrition. This is where, like, you could see the data what we seen in 16, because the most causes for the world is mainly because of the other aspects. We can leave it because unsafe water, zinc and iron deficiency is the main, as we take up as in this manner, like especially the vitamin A. And other aspects, what we say, like, and critical issues today we are facing is especially the human health policies, what we taken up worldwide is probably mainly that's for the growth and immune system has been very badly affected among the population. And it is totally declared like the micronutrient deficiencies such as iron, zinc, iodine, and vitamin A is one of the major components where really need to be addressed for today's population in the world, especially in the developing world. And other aspects, if you take it, like it is malnutrition is another word where what happened has been considered, and it is a system where things has been not met properly, and over almost 900 million people is affected under this undernourished population. And every year, almost, if you take a developing world, almost 3.5 million deaths we have observed. And when you talk about malnutrition, it is not just malnutrition. We take about both undernutrition as well as the overnutrition. In such aspects, chronic hunger is another major aspect where we take really important. We see today absolutely, like out of now just because if you say data like almost 2022, almost 900 million population is affected only because of these two major deficiency symptoms, either zinc or iron deficiency. And almost 2.5 to 5 lakh children is affected by vitamin A, and approximately 30%, almost 2.4 billion population is affected by iron deficiency. And as a default, probably I think in developing countries, if declared that every pregnant woman has been administered, either she is anemic or non-anemic, has been administered folic acid. This is where, and every just born child will be given a zinc-ovate serum. This is where it happened. Almost 2 billion people, children are affected by because of zinc deficiency. And but probably where is the problem occurs, because whether this is because of only because we have mainly concentrated with the cereal based diet, or in what type of diet. This is where it matters. And mostly see, because globally the data shows that globally 1 in 3 people is malnourished in globally, especially this data is still higher, especially in the developing countries. And the main consequences of micronutrient malnutrition is mainly because of higher morbidity, higher mortality, and longer longevity ability, and I think lower work productivity and impaired growth. Yeah, just I was talking about the deficiency because I mentioned like iron because today is the developing world. What we talk about the FAO, as per the FAO reports and WHO reports, almost we need like this relationship is quite normal because see we have a relationship with the soil nutrient status as well as the human nutrient. What you call the status. So it is almost related. It is correlating with the world population. If you see the map, like this is the nutrient deficiency in the human. So almost entire India is red in K shape, where zinc deficiency is enormous. So almost 8 billion, almost 8 lakh children are dying every day. I mean every year. This is where the statistics shows in WHO. And mostly probably I think probably the days are not far that like even zinc drops also may be used as a polio drops like in future unless we take a serious effect. Anyway, present government has taken serious on this in G20 summit, and they have declared India going to be a no hunger state. This is where it has come, but I think all efforts have been made by India. And this is where real status is what is 2 billion people affected by zinc deficiency, almost 4.5 lakh children every year, even in India. This is an Indian record by cereal-based diet. This maybe I don't know, probably maybe because one way it is true that because we are healthy, because China and Indian populations we are healthy. One aspect. In Western country, one way it is because it is related to the micronutrient as well as silica, where silica requirement for every bone development for activity, silica requirement is used. Besides zinc, why zinc is most important? Because zinc plays a significant role because both plant system as well as human system, we have 6 major metabolic processes. All the 6 major metabolic processes, several cofactors, coenzymes, they are involved. Zinc acts as a, for all the more than 300 to 400 cofactors and co-elements. This is where zinc plays a significant role. And during pandemic period, either during this corona period, zinc has been defaultly given for every child, every aspect, every citizen of India as to increase the immunity of a person. This is where it happened in India. And probably I think India has taken a wide range, wide issues on this aspect. And G20 summit, we may come out with some of the, I think under ICR level also it has been projected recently. Our DG also is projected recently. And through, I think probably through artificial intelligence and even I think probably he has visited our Microsoft head also visited our IRA campus, and they're probably having a good dialogue with our ICR DG as well as world leaders. And other aspects is, it is not just nutrition. Other aspects is water poverty. Water poverty is another area where our developing countries is also also affecting, because water poverty as well as nutrition, they are directly related. When water poverty is not removed, probably I think probably we are not complete. This is where it happens. See, population, we today in Indian situation we have only 1,700 cubic meter per capita. It is very less when you compare to the other countries like European or Western countries. Like this is true bad because directly related to the food production. So today probably we are self-sufficient, and even our policy people also, I think they are quite smart enough. We have stopped wheat issuing wheat on public distribution system, because we need a proper what you call storage in wheat distribution. Today only the rice is distributed in the wheat system, where we can manage other aspects. This is where it happened. And the relative, and when you compare with the water poverty, the nutrient density of the food has been drastically come down. Last 50 years data, I have 50, this is almost 50 years data. the nutrient density, if you compare it with the, our vegetable diet, is drastically come down. Almost 30 to 40% of our nutrient density has been reduced. This is where we need to cope up. Otherwise, probably another famine we may take. That's what I think. This is where we comes out with. And this is one of the major issues. What we talk about 2012 itself, they are expected like stunted anemia, low birth weight, childhood obesity, and breastfeeding and wasting. This is wasting means it's laboratory is low productivity in that system. This is where this is another problem is just born child. Just born child, the mortality of just born child is increasing not only in India, even China also. Probably that's why the China government has enhanced the number of children per family. This is where it happened. Mortality probably. I think this is because of one of the reasons where India, you see the bar it shows India is relatively very high in child mortality because of probably certain death, diarrhea, and pneumonia. This is basically this all because of zinc deficiency symptoms. And when you talk about food insecurity, one aspect it's most common is the we lack to give if you take it per capita requirement per person, like if we lack safe and nutritious food. This is where it happened. And this is a sad. I don't know. Probably this is the true data from WHO or FAO. We don't know, but this is the fact. It is shown in recent proceedings of our in agriculture ministry is also, and other aspects where food. The groups which are identified as food insecurity is landless people, traditional artisans, traditional service providers, petty self-employed workers, homeless and beggars, and families employed in ill-paid occupation and casual labors. This is what highlighted in FAO reports. And other groups, still it is the clarity has not come, but it is true that we are going to have a major issues with regard. And other causes, maybe affordability of is we are lacking affordability of under these groups. Maybe because of price spikes, we are that level has gone up like spice spikes. Then high price of oil and other agriculture inputs. This is another where production per unit per se is a little expensive. So probably that's what low input and high productivity. This is the what you call things have come recently. I think probably Prime Minister also mentioned about this. And extreme weather. This is where it happened, and we are expecting more summers, more rains. This is extreme weather. This is where it affecting. And here in this graph, I think there are a lot of variations how households and the race in income. This is where it happened. And though this is a regular statistic after before pandemic they have done, and post pandemic also they have estimated, and it's been balanced. But our still what are the outcomes, it can be taken up. And you see Indian statistics underweight children are almost we are 49% we are reaching, and probably among states where expected like Uttaranchal, Bihar, UP, and Madhya Pradesh, they are the maximum affected states where underweight children by state. This is the real statistics which we have seen in present this thing. And other aspects is that's what I was talking about the wasting. This is the persons who are not getting adequate food. This is one area where really a matter of concern for present Indian economy, and affordability is very low, and per capita availability of the water is even certain area drinking water is a problem. Even Karnataka, it is estimated almost 68% of village folks are not getting proper pure food, pure water, drinking water. This is where it happens. But when drinking water is not available, how the food production can be is been. This is where it has been highlighted in our this thing. And challenges. What are the challenges we can? This is what I mentioned. I was talking about the water poverty. That is where it should be. This is first and foremost crisis. What we have to take to consider, and land degradation, food sovereignty, agriculture diseases, loophole in the agriculture policy. I mean, government policy. This is also one concern. It is there, that policy, the separate, we have a separate talk on that policies issues where agriculture, food security can be improved through policies, and failure in transportation of food and sensitive. Almost 70 to 80% of our food grains as losses we have seen in the food and storage aspects and other concerned. And the country's response is like what country has to respond. This is one area. Increased production. This is a natural per se per unit production is increment is required, and saving arable lands, because most of the lands have been now have been converted into a non-agriculture farm. This is one area where taken up very thing. Then increased production through vertical expansion. This is required, and I think they have all in this area is already China is already been very fast in developing the vertical production in especially China, and but still certain policies has to be developed in ICR level, and reduce production and post-harvest post-production losses. This is happening. The wastage, I think, proper storage capacity, storage district level, mandal level capacity has to be increased, and establish food godowns. This is one area, and food fortification. And a lot of projects have come up with the food fortification and food what you call regeneration. And our actions. What is our actions? This is what I've been taking. This is the issues talked about in G20 summit recently, either in the Indian committee, or I think recently in Bangalore also. They have a sort of a small committee visited, and they talked about the zero hunger, especially with regard to the Indian developing countries is concerned. And probably this is the aim. What we talk about, the no person is hungry. This is what the motto of our this thing. And women are empowered, and this motto has been increased nowadays, and priority is given to the family farming, and food system everywhere are made sustainable and resilient. It is there in the past also. It is there in the future also. Probably, I think we need to work on that in the future also. And this is what end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. This is very recent slogan come out with our Prime Minister. Only considering the zero hunger challenge. This is what G20 summit. This is and comes up. And horticulture, as such, horticulture given a more importance with regard to the especially nutrition security, and how horticulture can solve the problem of nutrition. This is where the component has evolved in horticulture system under the Ministry of Agriculture and the Farmers Welfare. And I think nutrient dense system means it includes all these vitamins, fibers, minerals, and antioxidants. This is one area where it is taken given most important. And affordability of the healthy diets. This is most important. Otherwise, maybe we may be having a good horticulture produce, good system, good processing system, good storage system, but affordability is most important. We and you can afford, but where are the downtrodden cannot afford? This is another aspect where we can take up. And role of horticulture, anyway, this same thing I talked about, the nutrient density with regard to the vitamins, minerals, proteins, energy. This is where it happens. And it is well documented. It is indeed, we have known that the fruits and vegetables are the chief source of vitamins and minerals and carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. But with regard to the food security, when you talk about the nutrient-rich products, is most important for alleviating the hidden hunger, and also that's what I was talking about, the people's purchasing power and affordability. This is what are two aspects where horticulture crops has to be, because see, processed foods always costly. I think all cannot afford, because a plate of rice we can go for it, but horticulture crop, this is where it is a talk of the day and talk of the decade. And we know this statistics, probably I think we all know today, placed in a very good position. We are in second in the world production of horticulture produce, and we contribute almost 12% to the world with regard to the vegetables and 14% towards the fruit crops. And we exceeding the food production. We today horticulture production is almost, we are touching almost 270 million tons, 270 metric tons. This is amazing. But where we lacking, this is where a system has to have a good system has to be evolved to provide. Because of course we most horticulture fruits and vegetables we take nuts, and this is because if you observe, like, because affordability or requirement nutrient density, if you talk about this, affordability is most important. We are exceeding the food grains in Indian conditions. This is where it happens. And see, if you take it real features of our fruits and vegetable crops, in the diet. So suppose any person's the absorption rather than the cereal, the density, whatever the nutrients, whatever nutrition aspects, the sensibility, availability, bioavailability is good with respect to the fruits and vegetables. This is almost done, like we have in our institute also, we have done through different, that is gut assimilation as well as bioavailability appellation. This is where it happens, this is one area. And some of the most important crops like mango, pumpkin, carrot, orange, they are the very important source of vitamin A and vitamin C. Citrus, guava, broccoli. Like the fruit system, legume vegetables, as the leafy vegetables, and root and tuber crops. And every system of horticulture component plays a significant role. They plays a significant role with regard to the nutrient density. You see, take a fruit crops, we have typical this thing. If you take a roots and tubers, potassium rich component. This is where it happens. It is not just even banana. Banana plays a significant role. When one Nindran banana is enough for entire day, we can suffice your requirement of your nutrition. This is where it complements. This is, I really compliment with regard to that nutrient components. This is one area where we can take it. And further, you see, unlike other food grains components, our horticulture crops, like most vegetables, if you take it to vegetables, there are negligible amount of saturated fats, trans fats, and cholesterol. They are the very healthy diet. This is as with regard to the diet is concerned. And if you take up even among vegetables, we have a group: solanaceous vegetables, legume vegetables, cole crops, tuber crops. All these we take it, and we have really high contents of minerals, proteins, sugars, and thus promising. And it's been declared as a bio-nutritional sources. This is where it happens in case of horticulture crops. And when you specifically, if you go for leguminous vegetable crops like French bean, this is one commodity. When vegetables, it's either among all these leguminous vegetables, this is one of the best vegetable product where we can have a highest antioxidants and total phenolics, ascorbic acid, as well as beta carotenes. And if you take up the proteins, dietary fiber is excellent. These are the rich proteins of, especially with regard to the minerals, proteins, calcium, phosphorus is relatively higher in this French beans. And with regard to the health benefit, and among the antioxidants, and this is the best source of carotenoids and flavonoids. They play a significant role against the infectious disease scavenging oxygen to nullify free radicals. This is one area where French beans plays a significant dietary role. Today, what happened? Every child is fed with oats. The oats is it's a weed. It's been grown in Western countries. It's been brought to India. Now we are giving for our children oats, three spoons of oats along with the nuts. Plus a significant, but see, we have vegetables where we have equally gives a good fiber. Oats is considered a good fiber. It as good as 3% fiber in the oats, and at the same time we have like French beans. And other aspect like it plays and another most important, it is the best source of folate, and it is comparable with the folic acid where we give a pregnant woman. This is one French beans is, and another area, and the copper and magnesium is another nutritive compounds where we see. And this pea, this is another most important leguminous crop is pea. It is rich in proteins, as good as soya proteins, but easily digestible, easily accessible, easily bioavailable protein present in the pea. So every daily diet, if you have a piece, this is where we have a very good health component. This is where it comes. And dietary fiber is also good. It's a 4 gram, almost it is a 400 gram, and it has got a very good insoluble fiber, contains no cholesterol, and it plays a significant role. B complex vitamins, it is a pantothenic acid, niacin, and thiamine, and pyridoxine. These are most important B complex vitamins, where peas are rich in critical cardioprotect B protein like choline, almost 40.9 milligrams, and polyphenol called cholesterol. This is another where the risk of stomach cancer. This plays. I think among leguminous peas is one of the best vegetable component in presently we have in this thing. And another one is this besides as I mentioned, this is the best component of folate. There is folic acid, vitamin B, ascorbic acid, and B citrosterol, and vitamin K also. This is where it and flavonoids and phenols. This is another area where it benefits. Anthocyanin, isolated purple food parts of even we have almost around 16 cultivars of in our IHR itself developed different coloring pigmentation. The purple color parts also, it has got a good values and got a very stable antioxidant activity. This is one area where I could see the comparison with the green peas. This is another Godwin piece. We have high level components as well as low components, phenols and antioxidant. The both are very important, especially presently as a dietary diets. And this is Dolinex bean. This is another most important vegetable where most of our South Indian diet is being consumed on daily basis, and it is a very important protein source. And probably I think some area they are using fresh leaf extract also. We have studied fresh leaf extract, enormous bioactive components we have. And this is where it happens. Folate is good, calcium, magnesium, potassium is also very good in this component. And vegetable coffee, this is where dominant with the rich in protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, and carotene. And other component is most important one is inulin, that is a protein isolated, coffin isolated, that's human immunodeficiency virus. This is where it happened. Probably I think this is what it was recommended during the pandemic period. The coffee has been recommended regular vegetables in the diet, most of the doctors, and it is act as an antifungal properties also. And cluster bean is another component where we have that is a sort of a gum sort of things will be there. I think probably that endosperm, it plays a significant role. And the discovery of a galactomannan gum is in the endosperm made an industrial crop. This has been used as an industrial crop and is most important as a dietary as well as calcium a component. And broad bean recently has been given a more awareness about the broad bean because of its importance, especially L-DOPA and carbohydrate. This reduced the most of the Parkinson disease. It's been used already. I think probably most pharmaceutical companies today, even Himalaya Drug has been extensively working on this broad bean, especially as a natural medicine for Parkinson's disease, and glutathione that strengthen the immune system, and also a very good source of zinc. Also, this is one of the good source of zinc and iron, and reduce the congenital animals of fetus. This is where it happens in case of fetus. With regard to the fruits, yeah, you take these statistics also. Fruits also most important. They are the free from the saturated fats, trans fats, and cholesterol. Except avocado, this is also the minor fruits, and avocado has been consumed largely in India today. Has been highly promoted, especially Kerala, Tamil Nadu. I think probably avocado juice is quite common. Probably that is only. What we notice is 0.5. I think that is saturated fat. Maybe it is negligible per day consumption or whatever may be. This may not be that much effective with regard to the daily consumptions. And these are some of the proximate analysis we did different major fruits, and we found like this is considered to be a most fruits what you call long duration perennial fruit crops. All the fruit crops are balanced with potassium. It's a good source of potassium. Either if you take a banana or a mango, they are the good papaya. They are the good source of potassium, and thereby we can have a low BP can be avoided. Even that is where we taken up, and they are the best source of carbohydrates, sugars, and potassium ion. This is what mentioned, and especially the banana and pomegranate, they have been declared as a bionutritional source, as I noticed in some of the vegetable crops. And papaya and grapes, they are the best source of vitamin C. This is where, and sapota pomegranate, they are the high sugar content. And among the probably I think these are the minor fruits where we can underutilize fruits. They are also given more important. India is blessed with good environment because we have more than 7 hours of good sunshine where we can have all these fruits. Most of our Western countries, they don't have this. Probably India, Indonesia, Malaysia, they are one of the areas where we can grow for rambutan, coronda, jamun, pomelo, this avocado. This is all one of the best fruits. Rampal, Lakshman Pal is one of the best fruit where we can have a kidney failure or even cancer patients have been used for this thing. And jamun, what we studied, they're rich in carbohydrates and proteins. Coronda is another best source of calcium and iron and serves as a best bionutritional source among the minor fruits in the and with regard to the mineral compositions, where papaya shows very important among the mineral source, where 9% of the dietary reference intake of copper, 68% of the magnesium, and 3% with other minerals. This is where papaya has been included in the daily diet. Doesn't matter. It has no adverse effect. Almost a daily morning is the best. Should have a best component with regard to our diet. Morning papaya. This is where it is done. And we have different cultivars among mangoes. Mango is another is the king of fruits, especially in India concerned. And other fruits, just talked about the nutritional bioresource minerals. This is what I just mentioned. And with regard to the underutilized tropical fruits and rampal, they are the best source of sugar and ascorbic acid, coronda and pomelo. And when you talk about the coronda and avocado, they are the best source of calcium, potassium, and iron. And this is where it has been known that people, to maintain their dietary requirement of mineral nutrition, the consumptions of appropriate vegetables, and tropical major minor fruits, and will be a good resources for food consumption for a table purposes. And finally, I just to conclude that we have a green nutrient linkage based integrated approaches. We have almost been developed in ICR system to blending between both best traditional and modern practice, which supports the food and nutrition security issues. And horticulture intervention has taken really in a better level when you combine with extensive nutrition and food safety education. And further recent meeting also we have sensitized. This is another area where we have to sensitize women for nutrition sensitive staple food, because we have been cooking for only rice and sambar rasam. And this is it is a topic in recent meeting. Anyway, that is also put. It is already come in NOS policy papers already has come. And for human nutrition point of view, horticulture is most important for our daily living. Fruits and vegetables, what I mentioned, is chief source of vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fat, proteins, and recognized as a protective foods as they are necessary for maintaining human health. And I think already draft is ready. Fruit and vegetables has been included in the foodstuff category. If it is done, probably I think we need to promote. So far, it was a neglected crop. Even if see it, even in our agriculture college also, we never give importance to the horticulture crops. We take it as a minor course and we are done. Like this is probably, I think, draft is ready. Probably it will be featured include as a food stuff category. Finally, I would thank for giving an opportunity.
So you can interact with the speaker.
This is specific only concentrated on the aspects of this thing. Other aspects are not considered because still a lot of things. If you talk about a lot of things, it can be there. Food security, food insecurity, so many things are there. What is required, just whatever we have done, what is we have avoided, we got it done. So, any clarification, anything from our Indian Institute of Horticulture Research? Definitely, I can will have a good work, especially probably in future. One aspects water poverty and the nutrient dense. There are some relationship has to be established because both are interrelated. Food grain production as well as water poverty. Yeah, thank you very much.
An informative and excellent presentation. Now I invite any questions from the participants, both online and offline. Please, Indra. This is the most important topic, the talk of the day, nutrition, food security. And you have an elected speaker from the leading ICR Institute, which is known for its
Horticulture crops.
Horticulture crops, especially in the southern region.
And it is declared the first in Indian among ICR Institute. Indian Institute of Horticulture Research has been first. I mean, top most institute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice information we got from your lecture. This lecture. So it's really needed for the human training. Everything is related to our
Yes.
And as such, we are doing more of biofortification studies.
Yeah.
How are it really helping overcoming the malnutrition?
Yeah, madam.
Nowadays, started doing
Iron, zinc. Yes. I think probably. Yeah, you're right.
So whether it will be
Definitely.
to what extent we can
Definitely, because bionutrification, it is already given importance, and the major products are funded, preference is given bionutrification. Our, I think, TNU Alumini itself he has developed iron bionutrified variety in IRA. I think because I forgot his name, it is he has developed because this is in Bajra, probably some in millet. Probably. I think probably bionutrification is the future trend. Probably I think either we go for through breeding or agronomically. We are two systems. We also do, and most important probably whenever we take up, like suppose we recommend micronutrient foliar spray, the persistence availability in this system is very important. This is where even smart delivery system is also correlated with the bionutrition, or what you call the remaining in the product produce is most important, because zinc sulfate, when you spray zinc sulfate as a source of zinc, it is a short lived in the system. It will not be remain in the system. Probably I think that's why I think the better delivery system we may require. This is bionutrification, persistence, a particular element in the produce. This is important. And further, it is not just component present in the vegetables or fruits. It should be bioavailability. That is most important. Because see, the 100 grams what we consume, when you say even 2% bioavailability in our system, it is achievable, but it is not sure. So bioavailability is most important. We have studied by using artificially. We have given injection to the most studies. We have Indian Institute of Animal Nutrition and Plant Physiology. We have in Bangalore. So we have fortified samples we have taken. Especially we have developed iron and calcium fortified mushroom. Mushroom, because mushroom is a fungus mycelium. Fungus mycelium has been fortified with regard to the different sources of iron as well as calcium, and we got a good result with iron, but not the calcium. Gut position with regard to the mouse, it is good, and we got a award also for the best work also through ICR. I think recently we got an award for the iron fortification through mushroom. And we also taken a group of women folks, village women folks, who are having what you call malnutrition with iron, and pregnant women with. We have a what you call in-campus doctor also. So we have camped in different villages. We iron fortified mushroom also. We have through different mushroom rasam we have developed. Chutney powder also we have developed, different combination of iron fortified chutney powder developed. And continuous feeding of those humans, we have after 6 months, what is the position of their, we have also done through serum studies. So that is also done, and that is a good idea. Probably I think NSF also, they are calling for iron fortified work. NSF and DBT, DST also, I think, and DST SERB also, I think recently they called. 6th or 7th is the last date. Mainly their prominence has given fortified work. We have submitted one project also for that. This is, I think, probably from TNU also can go some projects with this fortified work and any smart delivery system also. Post 1950 onwards, we are self-sufficient with regard to food production. We have enough. See, after last 10 years, present government also well planned. See, we are not. We have conserved food. Even if you get famine in our country, we can survive another 10 years. 10 years it is there. We have, with regard to the food, we are self-sufficient. In my opinion, our data what she shows. But affordability is very, very, very less, because the rich and poor gap is very high. See, per capita requirement of, if you take a statistics, water requirement, even today, the recent data, if you see, I don't know Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka, almost 60% of villages, they're not getting sufficient drinking water. Imagine where they'll get. See, if a person is having 10 to 11 acres of land, is coming to Bangalore for working as a laborer and car driving. What for he is coming? He is having land. This is where we are not addressed. We are not in position. We are not in policy makers. That is the issues we have. I think Tamil Nadu statistics, I don't know. Karnataka statistics, I know. Probably affordability is very, very poor. Then per capita availability of fruits and vegetables also very, very less. Very, very less. Hardly 2% or 3% only. That's all. We are not eating. We are not giving other than rice. Just 10 rupees rice we'll get. It is common. It is 10 rupees rice sambar, something we can get, and we are self. Yeah, of course. They are giving free rice. 10 kgs free rice. And migration also has been drastically reduced from Tamil Nadu to other states. And now all North Indians, Assamese, all they are coming here for work. This is what. We are good. The rice, we are eating. All rice we are eating. And other aspects, see, we talk about, even ICR also we talk about lot. At least panchayat-wise, district-wise, we have a storage capacity. We can improve our, to avoid the wastage. Especially these all perishable, nutritious, dense material, dense produce. Panchayat level, if you have a good storage system, distribution system, it is good. Once Andhra, they have started, but I think it was not maintained that level.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sir, thank you very much for a very enlightening lecture, sir, on vegetable and fruits on nutritional security. Really, sir, this fruits and vegetable has become a rich man's cow. Though it needs no cooking, it is a ready-to-eat food we are not taking, sir. Even the people who are affordable, we somehow have a hesitant to have fruits daily. The common few vegetables only we are cooking daily. The rare vegetables, many of the things we are not cooking, sir. And the data that you initially gave on this zero hunger, hidden hunger, and all that on security is really scary, sir. We have to take care a lot. It's really, I think. So thank you very much, sir, for this enlightening lecture. And for your knowledge, sir, here at our department also, we are working on vegetables, like validating the balanced fertilization through STCR on beetroot, carrot. Then we have given magnesium nutrition for broccoli, and then molybdenum for faba beans. And with your lecture, we will try to get data and relate it this way, sir, bringing to nutrition security. So thank you very much, sir. I thank on behalf of the Department of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry, Coimbatore, the staff and students and Directorate of Natural Resource Management. I thank our university, Vice Chancellor, Dean Postgraduate Studies, and Director of Natural Resource Management for giving us this opportunity to have a wonderful guest lecture by our guest speaker, who has also served as external examiner for the doctorate thesis of Ms. Yalini. I thank all the students and staff and all the online participants, all online soil scientists who have joined from all over the Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Thank you all once again. Thank you very much.